Mental health crisis calls are on the rise in DC, but the way that police handle these situations have recently been called into question. This is after a man in crisis named Clifford Brooks was shot and killed by a DC police officer.
Some of this is going to come down to how much do we value life.
The officer spent several hours trying to de-escalate the situation and send Brooks to the hospital for treatment. Brooks came at him with a tire pressure gauge, leading to gunshots.
I definitely can appreciate that someone's trying to de-escalate a situation and it's taking several hours. But I also know that sometimes people de-escalate situations and it takes longer than that. And the outcome should almost never be that someone loses their life.
Nonprofit organizations such as Bread for the City, the ACLU of DC, and Miriam's Kitchen have filed lawsuits against the city for their use of police in mental health emergencies. They claim that people with mental health disabilities are discriminated against when police are sent to the scene instead of mental health professionals. The officer in this instance was said to be trained in handling mental health crises. The MPD declined to comment on this specific incident, but did highlight the training that their officers receive.
For over a decade now, I've been providing crisis intervention officer training, and we have about 20 to 30% of our force that's trained in crisis intervention, CIO officers, we call them. And that's training that's done by DBH, actually by the Department of Behavioral Health for the department. That's a 40-hour training block.
Dr. Malak emphasizes prevention and outpatient treatment, such as therapy and medications, as a main strategy to avoid these situations.
So the goal is not to put you in the hospital. The goal really is what can we do to manage this so you don't have to go in the hospital. So this is a much more upstream approach to prevent you from having a crisis in the first place.
I'm here at the corner of North Capitol Street and New York Avenue where the incident took place. The police officer who shot and killed the man is still under investigation. More updates are to come. I'm Nusha Flore for Capitol News in Washington.